Welcome back. Welcome back. And now I hope you are able to understand how to use the previous session effectively, because as much you will do the practical part, you will be able to understand. Now I'm going to show you inheritance. So inheritance word itself you are able to understand means like a parent-child relationship. Means I will inherit all the property of my father. Property means method and variable only, not the constructor. So I will inherit all the property of my father. So here in the entire inheritance, you will learn how to create parent-child relationship, then how to use super keyword, what is the benefit of super keyword you will use here, what are the benefit of protected specifier, and how to perform typecasting between among the parent and child. So this is very good session. Try to understand. You all will get here. If anyone asks you to create a parent-child relationship, like suppose HOD is part of teacher. So HOD and teacher relationship I want to use as a parent-child. So how to create? So you have to use public class HOD, then one keyword called extends, and after that parent class name. Then all the feature of teacher class automatically will come inside the HOD class. But private feature, if teacher is having some private feature, so private feature will not come. Private feature no one can access outside of teacher, either that is a child class or default class. So all the property of teacher class will come inside HOD except the private property. So see here, if I try to, here the same thing here, I'm going to explain in the theory, but I think simple theory keep in mind. If HOD want to access feature of teacher, then HOD have to be child of teacher class. And after that HOD class can access all the feature except private feature. So here I have given some definition. Inheritance is an object-oriented concept that allow hierarchical classification. Using this concept, a general class can be created that defines traits common to set of related items. This class can then be inherited by more specific classes, which each adding those things that are unique to it. The class that is inherited is called a superclass. Means parent class you can use as a superclass, and child class you can use as a subclass. So either you use parent child keyword or you use superclass and subclass. What are comfortable for you, you can use. Simple concept, if you are going to use inheritance purposes, parent class property you want to use in child class except the private property of parent class. Here, if child class want to use facility of parent class, then here is one keyword called super. So after super, if you will call a bracket, after super, if you are using a bracket means you want to call, means child want to call parent class constructor. Even if child will not call parent class constructor, then child class constructor first statement, child class constructor first statement by default will be super, because child class automatically will call parent class constructor, because until it will not call, it is not going to inherit, it is going to call. So always as a first statement super by default will be there. Second point, if you want to call parent class method and variable, then you will use super dot parent class method, super dot parent class variable. So you have three flavor of super here. One super you are using to call parent class constructor. That super you will write like this one, super after that bracket. Means you only will be able to use this super from child class constructor. But if you want to call parent class method and variable, in that scenario you only will use super keyword, super dot parent class, what are the method name, super dot parent class variable name. That I have not written here, but try to understand. In the same way here, you have multiple specifier. What the child class will not inherit, constructor, child class will not inherit. Private member, child class will not inherit. And default member if child class is part of other package. If child class is not in same package, then child class will not be able to inherit the default member of parent class. So now here and here, how it will happen, try to understand. As I told you in my previous slide, that was not there. With the help of super, there are the two flavor. In first flavor, you can call super with bracket. So here you are calling parent class constructor, but in second scenario, you are going to call parent class method with the help of super keyword. Super dot, what are the parent class method that you will use? Now in the same way, you have a protected access. Means if you will declare protected member inside the parent class, inside the super class, and you are going to access this member in other package. If you are going to access this member in other package, then yes, you can access there with the help of super. So there are no problem with the help of, means with this protected variable or protected method of super class, you can access inside the child, even if child will be another package, then also. So only so in this way you can say, super class protected member and public member both you can access inside the child class of other package. So this is one we can say like a summary. If protected member is there inside teacher and he is the admin, so teacher class protected member you can access directly inside the HOD, because HOD was the child of teacher. So in this way easily you can access. So hope you are able to understand the purpose of inheritance, how the entire inheritance is working, how the package systems are working, how you are creating the subclass, and how you are creating the superclass, or how you are creating the parent and child. Here for subclass there are few basic rules for subclass of a class A which are outside the package. There are two more important points. Only that, as I told, the protected member and public member both it can access in other package. Here the protected access class member cannot be accessed via superclass references. If you use super dot and will call the protected member, no, you cannot access that. That is to say that subclass can access the protected access specifier member only through inheritance. So hope you are able to understand. Here is the example, same concept I'm showing you through example. You have a teacher package. Inside the teacher package you have protected member, you have admin package, here you have HOD, and this HOD want to access the protected member of teacher, that is fact ID. So this fact ID here it want to access. So if it try to access the fact ID via the object of the teacher, it will allow, here it will give error. It will not allow anyone to access via the object, but directly if it will access the protected member, if it will access directly here, then yes, it will allow. So protected member you cannot access with object, you can access directly. In the same way, if you will take parent class and child class and you have to do typecasting. So one rule keep in mind, always child will go to parent, parent will not come to child. So means if child class object you want to store inside parent class, yes, it will allow. In this example, teacher, here I am creating object of HOD. HOD is child. And HOD class object I want to store inside teacher class reference. Yes, no problem. That automatically conversion will happen. Means child class object you can store easily inside the parent class reference. But if you try to store try to store child class here, this parent class object f, if you try to store inside the child class reference, no, it will not allow. It will not allow, you cannot store. If you want to store, then explicitly, you have to do explicit casting like this. Means your HOD class, means child class name you have to pass inside the small bracket. Means you have to do explicit casting. Then only you will be able to store parent class object inside the child class. So hope you are able to understand up to this stage, means how to create parent child relationship, what is the purpose of super, how you can access one class inside another package, one class of protected member, how you will be able to access inside other class, inside the other package child class. So hope up to this stage you all are comfortable. Thank you very much. Thank you.